Well, here we are. Test. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Howdy.
How now, brown cow?
What'd you say? Fernet Branca?
How now, brown cow?
Oh, how now, brown cow.
How now, brown
Could
cow?
order a Fernet Branca. Have you ever had one of those, a Fernet Branca? It's like the...
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the spirit that's like terrible tasting, but I don't know. Somewhere Chicago or San Francisco, they drink it. It was like a hipster spirit at one point. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you might have because you're so worldly now. You know?
I know.
You're man.
Nothing says worldly like like London, England.
Yes, the New York City of Europe.
Yes, yes. Barely even feels like Europe, but yeah, it was a delightful trip.
Are you still in communication lockdown from these terrorists? You are? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So this will be a great episode. Please enjoy. Zero information.
I mean, I get...
What was
Got it!
good job? Let's go. All right. All right. I'll do the short version.
So...
Dude, what? You've had a hell of a week. You went to England. Your parents visited. That's a lot of social and emotional capital you're probably expending.
Baseball doesn't exist. Back to baseball. Spending 162 games wondering how your team's going to be, and it ends in about a week and a half.
Well, the good thing is you've got the Buffalo Sabres at 0-3, who are going to just make the biggest...
2 goals scored over those 3 games.
Yeah, before the Bruins game, before they played the Bruins the other night, I was going to screenshot, but I didn't want to make it worse, where they had in the NHL app, they show, like, who are the leading goal scorers. It had, like, whatever, David Pastrnak, 2, and then it said, Alex Tuck, 0 goals. Like, did you have to put that there?
Right.
You got to rub the salt in your wound.
Calling that top goal scorers. Thanks.
You did. Are you really considering? You texted us, a couple of us, the other night, and we're like, I got to change my hockey team. Is that a real
I'm thinking about it because I'm not in Buffalo anymore. And so I'm like, we are now on year 14 as a proclaimed Buffalo Sabres fan, and they've never sniffed the playoffs in that fandom time frame. So, like, not living there anymore, it's like, all right, I don't feel like it's that. Like, now I'm almost at the hockey wise. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This will be the 8th season that's started since I've been in Jersey. So I actually had more seasons now in Jersey than I had in Buffalo. So that's something. Now, I don't want to be I'm not sure I want to be a Flyers fan. That's the problem too, is because I'm not sure this organization's that much better.
They have some good young talent. I'll go there, but you're not wrong about that.
So
just get on one of the Florida teams. They've got the no state tax. They're kind of like circumventing the system, the salary
gives
cap
you a reason
system.
to go see your team play. Just go to Florida and go see your team play.
Yeah, you want Texas, or you want the Dallas Stars, you want Tampa, or you want Florida, the no state tax cities, and you're gonna be fine. You know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, don't think about what you're just think about what they've done to you. You know, think about with the harm they've caused you. You see that I sent you that reel after game 1. And the guys in their jerseys leaving, just pissed off. Like, I can't fucking do this again.
That guy has blown up.
They haven't made the playoffs since I was 6.
The worst part is if you ever look at the comment, now I've seen that on Reddit already. I've seen it on when you sent it. That was the first time I had seen it, but I've seen it on different Instagram handles, Twitter, Reddit. So that video has made its rounds already. And if you ever look at the comments, it's really a lot of empathy. People are like very rarely are people saying like, "Oh, this guy's being a baby and exaggerating." And most people are like, "No, this is a legit right to be angry. Like this team, this organization is." Literally done nothing to try to win.
They've supplied other teams with winners. That's
correct.
That's going deep into hockey lore. But that's what, if you don't know hockey, Buffalo gets young players and then they don't sign them or they trade them for pennies on the dollar to teams that end up winning the cup with their players. It's tough living. It's tough living.
It's working. It's working very well. Like the last 7 or 8 years. But yeah, I don't know. Like, because there was a time, long time ago too, that I thought when I would start watching hockey, I'm like, maybe I should be a Bruins fan. Because I knew you were a Bruins fan, and then my buddy from college, James, is a big Bruins fan too. And that's how I kind of at the time, I knew a lot about the Bruins just because they were really entertaining to watch. With like Charo and Patrice Bergeron and
that was in their heyday. Yeah, you would have been in when times were good. Getting in.
Yeah,
on that,
and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, maybe you should do that because then I have friends to watch. But I was in Buffalo, so I'm like, all right, it'd be nice to cheer for the home team and be able to talk with people around the office and stuff like that. I don't have an office anymore, so if I'm going to get into hockey, I really need someone else that wants to share in hockey with me. So, as our fans know, as the listeners know, not only you, but Jordan is also a Bruins fan. And so when we play video games online, I'm playing with 2 Bruins fans. So, that's a really good setup to be like, maybe I should just watch the Bruins because then I can have people talking.
Yeah, now you could get on the ground level because they're not good right now. So, it'd almost be like you're getting in when times are tough. Even though they started out 3-0, I don't, they're better than we thought.
I thought I was doing that with the Sabres, but times just stayed tough. Yeah, they're still tough.
I think you deep dive and just check out some teams, some pictures, and just go with the team that you think is the hottest overall. Just has the most handsome boys. And
the most
handsome
boys.
I want to get behind. Yes. These guys
who's got the most
lads.
handsome boys?
Or sexy lads, as you'd call them.
Right. And in hockey, that's always what you want to do is really get their pictures somewhere around April and May when they're really looking haggard as fuck.
Yeah. Just watch them. Pause it when they do the shots of the bench. See what you like.
It's tough, man. I got a buddy down here that's a big Islanders fan, but that hasn't proved to be much to root
genetic.
for either.
You can't fight that. Yeah.
He's a Mets, Jets, Islanders fan, so that boy knows nothing but disappointment left and right. My buddy.
My God.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
But all it takes is one. If he gets one in his lifetime, and he may not, it'll be. Actually, was he alive for the '86 team? Just not conscious of it.
No, he would not have been.
He's not even grandfathered in.
But he makes really good bacon. He was the one that made the bacon for me. So he's too nice of a guy to have such a shitty sports team. Because we watched the Jets game on Sunday with him at his house. Had us over, had some nice breakfast casserole, had some of the bacon, and we watched the Jets lose because they just couldn't score a fucking touchdown to save their lives. They were winning 11-10 for a while, but
which is a typical score for the Jets to be leading by.
3 field goals and a safety couldn't win them the game in London.
Well, when your teams are never in the playoffs, you have a lot of time to dedicate towards the swine, to really mastering the art of the pan-fried pork and breakfast. Yep. It's a good secondary hobby. You got to have one when all the other fans are watching.
Teams. Yeah. when other fans are enjoying the playoffs, you have to occupy your time with other things. Yeah, man. So now, have you been to merry old England, as they call it?
Once for a few hours. I had a layover at Heathrow when I was on my way to Bahrain once. But very nice. British Airways spared no expense. Not me, the U.S. government technically. So I got to.
I did enjoy my
class.
flight on British Airways. You had business class?
Yeah, it was like a $10,000 ticket that I did not pay for at all. But it was like, you had to like lay down beds, like video games on the console, every movie. And then when I got to Heathrow, you could go into their lounge and take a shower. I got like a hot stone massage. I was like, might as well. I'm never going to drop $10K on a ticket for anything ever in my life. So,
wow.
But really, that was it. Never been. Like, it's always one of those, I think, like you sort of started off saying, it's like, I don't know. It wouldn't even be in my top 20 of places to go. And I'm sure I would love it. I wish I had a reason to go, honestly, because if I was going to travel internationally, I would, like, that's too close. You know, we're too similar. It's like, just, in a way.
Right. Yeah, you're not being like, wow, the culture here is crazy. I mean, not really. No, it's not crazy. I mean, sure it's different.
Yeah,
it's different, but it's not like, what? They wear mittens on their feet. Like, no, it's not that. It's not that crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
take me through it.
I'll tell you. Got to the hotel, tried like sleeping because it was the red eye, so I did not sleep maybe more than like 45 minutes, I think, on the flight.
What did you do?
So we landed.
Did you just stare to the seat in front of you?
I tried watching like some movies and stuff. I tried like sleeping, but like it was a full flight, so like I'm on the aisle seat. I can't really get comfortable. So I watched a couple things on the way there, but next thing I know, it was bright outside. So I think I did doze off some point during sunrise. But tried sleeping at the hotel to get like right. I'm like, I'm not tired. So I'm like, I guess I'll just go into town. And so I was near the tube station.
How does that work? Like, what times are we, like, in your time? Like, what times are you awake? Like, in East Coast time then? So you leave at like 10 p.m.
So my flight left
time
at 10 p.m. And so when I landed there, it would have been 5 a.m. Eastern time. And I probably got 45 minutes of sleep before 5 a.m. Eastern time.
Dude, that's an all-nighter for sure.
Yeah, basically. So then but then like I said, like I get to the hotel and at like 2:00, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to nap. I'm not tired right now. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go venture out. So my hotel was literally right across the street from a tube station. So I'm like, I know this is the tube, and this takes me to Center City, if you will. So I go on my Google Maps, and I'm like, well, how do I get to Tower Hill? I'm like, that's what I'll check out. I'll check out the Tower of London right now. So I find out, get on the train, make my way to this one station where I have to switch trains. And I'm like, okay, I got to switch trains. No big deal. So I get off the one train, and it's like this way to the Circle line from the Piccadilly line. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like looking at, it's like this way to the Circle line. And then I end up outside, and I'm like, I'm on the street train now. Yeah, I'm like, where's the other train? You promised me another train. I saw signs. I did what you wanted. So I'm just like standing there, and there's like this big map, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, there's all the lines, but it's not explaining where is the line that I'm looking for. So someone, of course, comes up, and she's like, excuse me, can you tell me where? And I go, I don't know. I'm like,
dude.
And I wanted to be like, I've been in the country for like 45 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm not useful to you.
I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
So
like,
I noticed,
you must have looked British as fuck, though.
I know.
Yeah, wow.
I had to have looked local. Yeah. So I see a group of people crossing the road and then crossing another road, and I'm like, these groups of people have to be, they're not together, but they're all doing this one motion. And I see that there's a building across the way, and I see that there's a sign for underground. I go, okay. So it's the same hub, station. But I had to like go across to another station to jump on that line. Get on that line, blah, blah, blah. get to Tower Hill, and I get out to the street, and I'm like, what is this, like, fortress? And I'm like, oh, that's the Tower of London. I didn't realize the Tower of London looks like, reminded me of like Auburn Prison, but like smaller scale, but just like a big cement fortress type thing. And I'm like, oh, that's Tower of London. I'm thinking of like a tower. So that's where they keep the crown jewels. I did not go into the Tower of London, but I'm like, okay, cool. So then I'm like, okay, well, I have to be near Tower Bridge. And then I was near Tower Bridge, and I'm like, oh, cool, you can walk across it. And
just sharing it for the people who are watching.
Yep. So
it certainly is a tower.
I went to Tower Bridge, and Tower Bridge is not a drawbridge, but a bridge that, all intents and purposes, does the split open so that ships can pass. Mm-hmm. And I got there as like they were like blocking it off, and so
two chess rooks with a bridge in between.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I got to see that raise for like this weird large mast ship. And then I went to Borough Market, which was like a collection of like baked goods and eateries and stuff like that. Very crowded though. So I walked around there for a little bit, didn't really get anything.
This was Saturday, right? Wasn't it a Saturday
back.
for you?
Yeah, this was on Saturday.
Okay.
This is on Saturday during the day. Right. Then I'm.
Do they have the culture of people going out on Saturday? Is it like the same as the U.S.? Like
it was busy because it was just touristy. Yeah. It's just so many people around, and I'm like, I tried going into pubs because I'm like, oh, I'll get lunch at a pub or something. Every pub was like filled, and what's wild about their pubs is they're not like American bars. There's nowhere to sit. Like, you don't sit at the bar. I didn't realize that's like America's thing. Okay. In London, you're not supposed to go to the bar and just sit at the bar and talk to the bartender. You're supposed to go to the pub with people. Like, you're supposed to bring your own friends. Ew. You don't meet people at the pub. I know. I'm like, well, that's rude.
Gross.
I'm like, oh, maybe the pub's not really where I'm supposed to be. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to head back towards the hotel, and I'm going to stop at the King's Cross stop, because that's where like the Harry Potter store is. Platform 9 3/4 for those in the know.
Of course. So it is real.
It is real. But I got off at King's Cross and was walking around, and I Googled, I'm like, where can I buy a couple beers to bring back to the hotel? I'm like, how do they purchase beer here? Well, turns out you really don't buy a lot. I guess, like, I don't know.
You have to go public drinking?
Yeah. Like, so I find this place. I walked to this location that says that, I can't remember what the name of it was, but they had, why am I not looking at my notes? I noted stuff too about this trip. They had like this little area that I went in, and it was like this little store that had 3 stools up, a guy staying there, and then the walls were just fridges with beer cans in it. And I'm like, so what is, I go, hey man. He's like, hey man, what, they say, are you good? Or stuff like that. You good?
Do you need help? You good?
Like, yeah, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm good. How are you? I'm like, oh crap.
I'm not okay. But, no, thank you for asking.
Yeah. So, he's like, I'm like, do you drink them here? Do you drink them at home? He's like, you can bring them home. You can drink them here. You can drink out in the street. He goes, that'll probably get in trouble. But I'm like, all right, I'll have a beer with you guys. Yeah. And so he's like, oh, what are you in town for? And I was telling him and everything. And he's like, yeah, for the football game, for the NFL. And I'm like, no. He's like, oh, fucking everyone else is. And so they're like,
especially the Americans, probably, right?
They're like, during football weekend, they're like, downtown London's crazy. So, but that was cool. They were really fun to talk to. The House of Cans. I did take note. They were called the House of Cans, And so I was thrilled because I saw a beer brewed by a local brewery, and it was called Evil Dead. Or not Evil Dead, excuse me, Dead Alive, which is a British B horror movie directed by Mr. Peter Jackson, famous for his duelings of the Fellowship of the Ring and whatnots, and all the Hobbit-based things. But anyway, they were like telling me, they're like, oh yeah, what you got to do is they're like, you have to go to like Primrose Hill, and they were telling me like, what you got to do tomorrow is you got to get yourself a proper roast. You got to get a proper roast.
A roast? I mean, coffee?
No, like I guess like Sundays, a lot of places serve like roast as in like a meal, like a beef roast or something. So like English people on Sundays a lot, I guess, eat roast, and so they were telling me to go to the Axe.
I've heard of their
Orbit. So I love that's what the locals are like encouraging me to do. Is like, oh, get yourself a proper roast, and I'm like, maybe we'll see. But
like, is that the equivalent of like if somebody's visiting, I guess, New York, and they'd be like, oh, you gotta have a hot dog. You got it.
I think or like no, like a New York slice of pizza.
Delicious hot dog or pizza.
But yeah, I think it's like a slice of pizza, like New York style pizza. That I think it felt like that's what the same recommendation was. But the next day when I went into town, the train was having issues, and then when I got to one station, they were like, I was supposed to take the one line all the way to Buckingham Palace or Green Park, which is by Buckingham Palace. But the train operator said there's going to be a delay based on, the eastbound Piccadilly line. It may be 20 minutes. It may be longer. We suggest taking an alternate route to your destination. I'm like, fuck it. I'm by myself. I got nothing else to do. I'm like, you're right. I should try figuring out the wrong way to get to where I need to get to. It's the same station that I didn't know that the station transfer was across the street. So I'm like, okay, I know now that if I need to get to the circle line,
awareness.
I know how to do it.
That's fun.
I go up because I'm trying to get to a different place. So I am looking at the same train map that I was looking at outside the day before. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, okay, if I take the circle line to the Jubilee line and then Jubilee line to this, and it'll take me here. I'm figuring it out. What fucking happens? A person comes up and asks me for directions. Literally, I'm standing within 5 feet of the same place 24 hours ago where someone asked me directions. But she asked how to get to the circle line. Matt, I knew the answer she needed. I go, right across the street right there. That's where you want to go. And she's like, that's the circle line. And so I'm like, holy shit, I gave someone directions in London. Accurately gave someone directions.
Yes. That's so funny. That's like my dad's favorite thing. Like whenever he would visit Austin, because there would be some weeks where I'd still be working and he'd walk around because he had been there enough, and he would just walk downtown all the time. Like all it took was one person to be like, hey, do you know where the like XYZ barbecue is? And he's like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And it brings so much glee. Doesn't it?
Right.
Like,
so I got on the circle line.
Did you give it an accent, or did you American?
I don't know.
It?
I think I Americaned it. But I was tempted.
She's probably like, wow.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm real dumb.
So which one do? Is go right over there. So I got on my train, and the train wasn't set to leave for like 3 minutes. This mother and her daughter, I assume that's a relationship. Felt very mother and daughtery. Come into scene, and I'm sitting on the train just waiting for the train to leave, and they're outside the station. The mom hugs her, but like also looks concerned, looking at her phone, and the daughter's looking at her phone, and they're like conversing in front of the train. The daughter gets on the train and has like a couple bags with her, and the mom's like, make sure you do this, blah, blah, blah. And the girl's like, okay, yeah. The door's shut. The mom's still talking to her. The door's open. The mom's still talking to her.
Wait, why did the doors open?
Because other people are getting on. So like every time people would get on, the doors would open again, and the mom would keep talking to the daughter.
Somebody's body is... okay, I got you.
And so then she was like, call so-and-so now to let her know you're coming. So the girl starts like calling and talking on the phone. The mom still stays there. They're still interacting. The girl gets off the train. Then her and the mom are talking. Then the girl gets back on the train. I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, these people have no idea what they're doing. Mom looks so worried, but I can't piece together what at all is happening. Eventually, the train moved with the girl on it, and the mom stayed. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see how
so
that
you're
panned
watching
out
this
for them.
from on the train?
Oh yeah, I'm just sitting.
Are you sitting? Is there enough seats to sit, or is there like how packed are these trains? Is there standing room only at some points?
On some points there were. On some points it was very busy. Just a matter where you were, what train, what time of day. But yeah, at this point it wasn't that bad. But later that day when I was going back to the hotel, it was heavily packed train.
And you're not wearing like headphones in any of these travels? You're just absorbing
I'd have
it?
one
Are you
earbud
raw
in.
dogging it? Oh, okay.
No, one earbud for some part of, but to try to save power on my phone and stuff, I wasn't listening to music a lot.
Right.
A
Right.
lot of dogs off leashes in the park, I noted. Felt very weird to be in a park. A lot of dogs playing with each other and running around. There was 2 dogs that I'm like, I don't even see an owner remotely acting like they have this dog. I'm like, I don't know where this dog is or who owns this dog. But even the dogs look British. A lot of like terriers and like pretty looking like the proper dogs, like poodle type things and stuff like. So even the dogs look proper.
1,000 years of royal breeding. Is it like? I mean, did they seem like they were feral, or was it just like? Is it just cultural to have like people with their dogs in the park and just off leash? Yeah.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, a lot of the dogs were clearly just being walked by their owners, just off leash and like playing with the other dogs and stuff, but no one had like pit bulls or anything like that. So the dogs all looked friendly. I did see the King's Guard.
The beefeaters.
The beefeaters.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, all right.
I
like
in front of one.
Buckingham Palace was one of those things where I'm like, yep, there it is. All right,
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Cool. I can't go in there or do anything cool, right? Cool. All right. Yeah.
Exactly. Like Big Ben was really Big Ben Parliament. The Parliament building is wild, like structure wise. That was really cool. But I saw like the London Eye, which is a big Ferris wheel that they have that you can go up.
Heard of it?
And look.
Yeah, it's been on The Bachelor before.
I found Leak Street or Leaks Street. It's a tunnel. It's an old train line, but it's legalized graffiti area. So they bring in artists and it's all graffitied. This huge tunnel for like a couple city blocks worth is all graffitied. So that was really neat. And they have a American bar off of the tunnel and it's like Philly themed. So it's,
are you serious?
It's in the font of like the Philadelphia Phillies and it's called Passyunk Bar. And yeah, very, very American looking.
Yes, you do. You go in.
Did you go in?
I did very quickly. I didn't get a beer or anything because it was like 10:30 in the morning.
No,
but
I wouldn't either. Yeah.
I don't. Do you ever hear kids saying 6-7? That's a thing.
It is. It's the thing there too. Is this international?
I heard British kids saying 6-7, losing their minds.
I would think over there they would say 7-6, but I guess not.
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
It is anyway.
It's stupid. It doesn't mean anything at all, and that's the whole point of it.
Great.
You know, it's very meta.
One thing I didn't do, but a lot of tourists seem to do, is in some parts, like in the area called Piccadilly Circus, I found was a popular place for this. But when people see red phone booths, they lose their fucking mind. And there was a line of like 20 people.
Red phone booths.
Taking their picture next to
functional,
a phone booth.
Or are they just like relics, antique, like
relics?
Yeah. Okay.
Like they don't
So I
have
think
functioning
blue
phones,
ones.
but like
I was like, is it for
people were,
Doctor
like-
Who references?
people were losing their mind over just standing next to phone booths, and there was literally a courtesy line of people taking pictures of their friends and family next to a phone booth. I'm like, I don't understand why this is this amazing to people.
Well, do you think they're taking it because they don't? It's wild that people used to use those to make telephone calls. Is it
Right,
younger
I'm
people
like-
or is it older people? Like,
No,
what
it's
kind of-
older people.
Oh.
I'm like, you remember payphones? Why is this weird to you? Like, I don't. It's very, very odd.
10, 10, 3, 2, 1.
Tried finding where I could watch the NFL game. The only place I could find ended up being like a casino, and I'm like, this is kind of odd. Like it was really weird because I was
Is gambling
walking in
just
and
straight up legal there?
I guess
Anywhere?
because
Oh.
they had like poker tables and like casino tables and slots and stuff, but that was the only place I could find it. But I'm like, I need to charge my phone, dude. I could not find anywhere to charge my phone. I was very upset. Like cafes,
Got to bring that battery next
restaurants.
time.
I
Gotta
know
bring the extra charging packs. There you go.
So that was kind of annoying.
Right. So did you end up? Was there like a sports book or something, or what was the setup?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, there was just like a weird sitting area that had the game, the morning game on. Well, it was 2:30 in the afternoon for them, for the 9:30 game Eastern time. But again, I was like, my phone's dying. I'm like, I don't really want my phone to die. So I ended up not staying and decided to go back to the hotel. And I caught like the second half of that game. And then they have this thing called game night. And London has this like weird way that they present. They do have the American football games, but like their game, they only have like one game of the 1 o'clock time slot.
Really?
It was Jets Dallas, and it's part of this thing called game night. And what they do is that it's like you watch the football game, but they have like a studio host that also is hosting a game show while football's going on. So there was this like team game show of like 4 Dallas fans, 4 Jets fans in a British lobby or like a set, if you will. And like during like sometimes like when there was like a change of possession or something, they'd quick go back to the studio, and instead of showing you commercials, they'd have like a
Dude,
game
that's
show going
awesome.
on.
I
Yeah,
like
and I'm
that.
like, dude, why don't we do this? I'm like,
Yeah.
this
'Cause
is
we
way
gotta
better
sell
than
those
commercials.
That's why. Yeah.
I know.
So they only have like, it's kind of like, I guess here, if they have like a Premier League game on NBC, you get one game that you don't get. I mean, I guess you could log into the apps or something and find the game, the streamer game you're looking for.
Yeah, and I did.
Is that Saturday?
I was-
Is Saturday soccer day there? Football? Or is Sunday football day?
Saturday is.
Okay.
I didn't get in timely manner because like Manchester United, I know had a home game that Saturday at like noon. That would have been cool to try to get to, but I don't think I was close to where Man U plays. I think. I don't even think that's
Manchester.
London. I think it was north of London. Manchester is north of London,
feel
like 25 miles, 30 miles.
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea's the London team probably, or I don't know. Who knows?
But yeah, I mean, they do watch American football over there. And then one weird experience I had, and I don't know if it was just a guy messing with me, but I got I ordered dinner at the bar one night, and I got like a little like weird like rustic spicy pizza thing. And the guy goes like, "Need any sauces?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, I think I'm good." He's like, no, ketchup, mayo. And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, what? I'm like, and I didn't question him, like, because I just politely said
no.
no. And then when he walked away, I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
did you just fucking offer me ketchup and mayo for my pizza? I'm like, I go,
Ew.
weird. I'm like, what the hell?
Ew.
So,
Like I do. British love ketchup. I've always heard that. I knew that.
yeah, I'm like,
Sauce.
do people
Dip your pizza in
people dip
ketchup.
pizza
That
in
makes you want to vom. I'm gonna vom. It's awful.
That's pretty aggressive.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, I did hear a guy screaming at someone in a hotel lobby on his cell phone. You ever see that?
Hotel?
Like people casually just sitting in a public place, but they're like really having an aggressive conversation on the telephone. I'm like, have you no shame? Like, don't you want privacy? I'm like, because I want you to have privacy. Because I just certainly don't want to hear you yell at someone in the lobby of this hotel. But
yeah.
I'll tell you, I got sniped out in the airport in Heathrow on the way back because I sat down near my gate because I got there at a decent time. And I sit down at my gate and just this lady, probably in her like early 60s, I'd say, just sits down 2 seats away from me. I think we're in the right gate. Going back to Boston, trips over, and I'm like, fuck me. And she just keeps talking.
No.
She just keeps talking, clearly talking to me. And I'm like...
Wait, she was just by herself? She was talking out loud, but was it definitely to you, or was she hoping you were just going to, like, join in into the cadence?
Yeah, no, she started talking to me. She's like, where are you going? And I'm like...
No.
She's like, you stop, you done at Boston? And I'm like, no, I'm going to Philly. Oh, yeah, I go to New Hampshire. See, what I do is I take a trip.
No.
I take a bus from Concord, New Hampshire to Logan, and I just park my car at Concord and leave it there. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so anyway.
Stop, don't come back.
Yes, it's very, very much that fail. So people start coming around about 25 minutes later. She's just talking about she went to Aberdeen and she's telling me about her rent in New Hampshire and how she can't afford to get a house and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, stop. Please stop talking to me. Dude. So
you got to have your headphones on at the airport. It's a must.
I know. Yes, that's true. So an older couple is like, sees one open spot, and then me and this other lady have the spot between us, and I go, you're welcome to sit here. I'm like, no one's sitting here, and I move kind of my bag even more out of the way. It wasn't occupying it. And the lady's like, oh, thank you so much. She sits down. The fucking first lady starts telling the exact same stuff to this woman. And I'm like, you're literally just happy to go over the exact same topics you went over with me. And I'm like, this is brutal. And I'm like, and she probably thinks this woman's far more susceptible to it, or receptive, I should say, to it, because she's about the same age. Maybe this woman who sat down is maybe a little bit older, maybe in the 70s. But within 5 minutes, older lady's like, oh, you got to be fuck. Like, you could tell she was like, fuck me.
Was she
Stop
American
talking to
too?
me. Like, oh, yeah. Both, yeah. And the second lady, though, I'm like applauded her because she clearly was like not having it either. And she's like, she's like,
like how
like,
was she sat right next to you? Were you like across from each other or something? Or
what's that?
were you like across from each other, or just sat like a couple seats down?
No, sat in the sequence. So it was like me, second lady, and then first lady. But it's just
she absorbed it. She was your shield.
Yeah, like that. There was I welcomed her to sit down because I'm like. It's not going to get worse. It can only get better, and it did. But I also felt bad for her because she just started getting the exact same information that no one asked for. I will say this. I rode British Airways on the way back to Boston, and their staff was so pleasant. British Airways staff were so pleasant. The food was really good. This is my first time being served like a meal on an airplane. It's a great meal. Great meal.
Was it, so were you, like, aisle both ways?
No, I was window on the way back, but no middle seat. So we had an open seat. However, the person who was on the aisle, she was a character, and I'll tell you why. First off, I don't know who this woman was, but when she sat down, one of the flight attendants came over and he was like, oh, are you so-and-so? like by first name, and they're like, oh, we're really excited to have you on the flight. And I'm like, who is this? And she's like, yeah, I brought you guys some snacks and stuff. And I'm like, what is happening right now? I go, who are you? I'm like, are you someone's parent? Like someone on the flight crew that someone's on this flight crew and you're like riding standby or something? Like, so it was very confusing. I couldn't piece together who she was, but homegirl was way too comfortable taking the middle seat's charger point too. Like she plugged in her laptop into her charger and then plugged in like her phone into the middle seat, put some shit in the middle seat too. And I'm like, hey, I'm like,
hey, this is a neutral zone. This is a neutral
zone. Yeah, this is a neutral zone. You're kind of occupying
demilitarized,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you pump the brakes? Listen, you want to put something, a pad of paper or something because you're kind of like it's in your way or something. That's fine. But she was like taking it over. So wasn't really making sure she wasn't getting too comfortable.
What was the meat? What do they serve?
I got, that's my recollection, it was like a curry chicken. So really interesting curry chicken, with some rice. There was also a little like roll, a delightful dessert custard like item.
Hell yeah.
Delightful. But they're like, can I get you a drink and stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I'll have I'll have a vodka and what was it? Vodka cranberry is what I went for the first. I'm like, oh, yeah, a little vodka cranberry. They're like, okay. So anyway, like an hour later, about 45 minutes later, our meals come. And the guy's like, can I get you anything to drink? And I'm like, do you have like diet tonic water? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, can I get a vodka diet tonic? And he's like, yeah. So guy leaves, comes back with two tonics.
Like it's going to be a thing. Oh.
And 2 bottles of like mini vodkas. And I'm like, he doubled me up. Didn't even ask him to, but he's like, here you go, just in case you need another one. And I'm like, look at you.
Are they? They're not charging you for these?
No.
That's part of it? Dude, what?
Yeah.
No shit.
International flights. I think international flights for American and British, you get free alcohol with it.
Wow. What a good way to return back. When you got to the airport, weren't you going to get a ride, or did you like have your, I know there was going to be sort of a cohort of people for this thing. Was it like a group of people?
Yeah. So when I arrived at Heathrow, they're like, look for your name or look for this other person's name because they'll be in the same car with you. And I'm like, well, that's weird that they would only have one of our names on. But so anyway, I'm like, well, there can't be a lot of people with signs with names on them. False. Evidently, my flight had a lot of people that were getting rides because there was drivers with signs with names all over the place. And I'm like, naturally, for some reason, I couldn't find mine until it was like the very last person that I checked. But it was neat to have my name on a sign. That was pretty neat. That's a first for me. Having someone hold your name on a sign, that makes you feel like you're important.
Did they check for credentials, or are you just like, that's me? And they're just like, okay.
Yeah. No, they didn't check anything. Well, that's me.
Great way to get a free ride.
I guess free ride to the destination that they're planning to go to. But yeah, that was pretty fun to be able to do. My ride back to the airport was my first exposure to Taylor Swift's new album. The person who drove me back was listening to Life of a Showgirl.
Good.
Yep, the driver, her name was Millie. She was probably in her like late 20s or something, but she was rocking Taylor Swift driving me back.
Did she talk to you about it? Did she talk to you at all? Was she just engrossed in her
No,
T-Swift?
not. She didn't talk to me about Taylor. She was asking me about the trip and stuff like that, and she was very upset because she's like, you know what? It used to be a lot easier for British people to travel. She's like, but ever since this Brexit bullshit, mind you, this is all in a British accent, so it's hilarious to say. Yeah. She's like, all this Brexit shit. She's like, now it's difficult to travel because we used to be able to go on holiday to all these different countries.
To all
so
the EU
easy.
countries, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, now it's just a fucking mess, and we have to like now go through all these, jump through all these hoops and everything just to go to Spain when you used to be able to just go wherever you kind of wanted to. So she not thrilled with the British politics. Yeah.
Is there a timeline on when the results of your labor will be produced?
Probably not until the spring.
Holy shit, dude. Nobody's going to care then.
I know.
Is it, was it fun? Are there stories to be shared?
I mean, not much. Not much really that I can talk about other than the final product.
Are you happy that you did it?
Very much. Very much. Okay. In this engagement, I met people that had been on like Wheel of Fortune and Pictionary and...
Are there like pros at this? People do this
like,
shit?
There's like recurring people that have been
God.
on, multiple shows.
Did you hang with anybody, or was it just that one day that you had to do the stuff? Like, did you like in the hotel or anything like that?
After that, went to dinner and had some drinks with a couple people. Some people from Atlanta, mostly Atlanta area. One person from Boston. But yeah, I mean, it's wild that I worked Friday.
I know.
went to the airport afterwards. Got there comically early because again, I'm like international travel and stuff, and you have to park. Like I park at like a third party parking lot and then get shuttled over. I'd never had flown internationally, so I'm like, I don't know if TSA is going to take me longer. It didn't. I was through TSA in like 5 minutes. Didn't know. Even like getting to London, I'm like, oh man, customs is going to be wild. I walked up to a machine where I scanned my passport. It scanned my picture and it opened the doors. And then that was it. I didn't even talk to anyone going through customs going into London.
Nothing to declare.
Yeah. On the way back, it took about a half hour to go through customs at Logan.
That makes sense.
But even still, the guy was just like, anything to declare? I go, no. He goes, you buy anything over there? I go, no. He's like, nothing? And I'm like, a couple of things under $50. He's like, okay, bye. He's like, welcome. Or he said, welcome
nothing?
back. He might have.
Yes, okay.
He might have even said, welcome home or something. But he's like, welcome back. I'm like, all right, bye. But
I bought an English breakfast, but I've already shit it out.
Yeah.
Did you get an English breakfast?
Well, I didn't.
What was the most
order
English thing you
called
consumed?
English breakfast.
Okay.
Probably. I mean, I did try the breakfast at the hotel, which is interesting because it was like, it's like fancy continental. Like they seat you down at the tables and everything. They're like, let us know if you want anything special made, but just get up and get whatever you want. Blah blah. Blah. They take continental breakfast a little bit more seriously than the States does.
Yeah.
Theirs is like a legit continental breakfast, but fancier.
Like Fruit Loops and toast.
Yeah. But some of the I tried their breakfast meats. Not for me.
Now,
one was one was sausage, but I have no idea what kind of sausage it was. English sausage.
Not like bangers. Like.
No, not like an Italian
sausage.
Yeah, what is blood sausage?
Good question. I wish you didn't ask me that. After
black pudding,
he
a
called
type
me
of
out.
blood sausage from the United Kingdom and Ireland. Okie dokie.
Earthy and crumbly texture.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that.
Animal blood, fat, and filler such as grains or bread. Yeah.
And then there was like pork belly, maybe.
Ooh, pork belly's tasty.
I wasn't a fan.
Ever had pork belly tacos? I mean, it's very fatty. Should be a fatty, savory. I guess it depends on how you cook it. You know,
it was a little weird. Else. But I did enjoy baked beans for breakfast because I wanted to fit in. So I did eat baked beans for breakfast, and I was all about it. I had it right with my eggs. I'm like, I can do this. That's fine.
That's
So
like, do they taste like fucking Bush's?
they taste
baked
like Bush's
beans?
baked beans. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's nothing weird about the beans themselves. They just choose to eat them for breakfast. But I can absolutely get down with that. I had a scone because I felt like I was supposed to. So I had a scone. The one thing I was upset is that their cups at breakfast were so tiny, and all I wanted was a nice big glass of water, and I couldn't because like the cups held like 5 ounces, and I'm like, I need like 9 of these. I just want a lot of water.
I need American consumption vessels, please.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What you guys call like vats. I just want my beverage in a very large container.
Do you see any brands or restaurants or stores that you were surprised to see there that are like American or like
Starbucks, mostly because, dude, it's covered in cafes. London is covered in cafes. Every city block has like 3 cafes on it, just that serve coffee and pastries. There are so many goddamn cafes.
why
It
would
blew
you
my
go to
mind.
Starbucks? Yeah.
Right.
I guess it's the same in any other American city.
But I did, yeah.
Say.
I mean, the classics. I saw. Let's see. I saw Starbucks,
Gotta be
Burger King,
McD's.
McDonald's.
Okay.
Trying to think, eatery wise, if I saw anything besides those 3. Think those might have been it. I probably saw 3 or 4 McDonald's. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I walked in and I looked at the McDonald's menu to see if there was anything quirky.
The Royale with cheese, is that the thing?
They had no, it's called, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. No, it's called a quarter pounder. Bullshit.
Okay.
There was something called the Philadelphia burger. I don't know if our McDonald's has it or not, but there was something called the Philadelphia burger, and they had like shaved steak and onions and shaved steak, caramelized onions, and mushrooms, because it was supposed to be like a steak sandwich. It's like a Philly steak and cheese, I guess, on a burger. But yeah, it was like those ingredients on a quarter pounder. But yeah, I mean, that everything else was pretty standard. Did not even have to get cash, so I operated entirely cashless. So I was worried about having to do like an exchange or anything, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna not have cash, and you don't need cash. At least not in London. Everything is cashless. Train, all you do is just either tap with your phone or tap with a card for the train and everything, which is nice.
Oh, you don't wait. Did you have to buy like a pass on your phone or something like that? Is that how it works?
Mm-mm.
You just
Nope.
pay every single time you get on there with your card.
What it does is it
credit card or
doesn't.
whatever?
It charges you overnight. So after midnight, it sees how many times you tapped for the day, because they actually have a fare cap. So like it maxes out at like £12. So that if you take the trains all day, jumping on and off, it'll cap it at like $12.
Could you get a day? I mean, is that so? That's the cost of a day pass, basically. 12,
More or less,
12
yeah.
Pound.
For,
Is that how you say it? Pound? Is it? Is that like the
Yes,
cool
pound.
12 pound? Yes.
12 pound. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So the one day I maxed out, and the other day I only spent like 9 or something like that. Taking the train less, but yeah, it was extremely easy. I mean, kind of weird things. I mean, but I mean, like you said, it's not like a culture shock. I mean, you can easily operate there without really having to think too hard. So it's baby steps international travel.
It is. It's remedial international travel.
Yep. It's it's training wheels.
How was I mean, which way was harder for you, like adjusting in terms of like
Time-wise?
the time? Yeah.
I mean, really, I guess by default, going there was harder to adjust, because I came back and I'm like, I'm staying up. So I stayed up all of my flights. So when I got home at about 10:45, I'd say, at night. So I was
Perfect.
operating as
Perfect.
3:45, like 3:45 a.m. London time. And I had slept kind of till like 8:30. So I was up from like 8:30 to 3:30. So certainly doable. I was still under the 20-hour mark, so it was not crazy. But I just stayed up, watched the end of the Yankees game, went to bed, and was up the next morning at like 7:15. So I like got right back into the rhythm.
Did you work right away the next day?
I did. Yep, I worked.
Dude,
I worked Wednesday morning.
What a psycho! What a psycho, man.
Hey, man, that's working from home. You can make
Yeah.
You can make those pulls and be like, I guess I'll just work.
Wow, incredible. Then your parents were there for the weekend?
Yep, they were.
Wow. How was that? That's a lot to do in a week.
It's a lot to do. It's a lot to take in my parents regularly when I'm not tired and exhausted from international back and forths. So, whatever, saw them.
You do
See
it.
them at Christmas.
All right. Well, thanks for going there and basically taking up the whole content of this podcast. Makes it a lot easier. Just sit here and hear about it. Can't wait to hear more. I'll be honest, I haven't really kept up with any of our bets. And we can make some more for this coming weekend. I didn't do the math yet. It doesn't matter. We're probably within a few games of each other. That's not the important
part. So I would
part.
like to point out one thing. From the Giants-Eagles game, if you listen, I'd said, Cam Scadaboo is going to put up 120 and 3 touchdowns. And he put up 110 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Jeff predicted the Cam Scadaboo explosion.
Yeah.
So if you're not convinced that I know my football.
No extra points. No bonus points for that.
Well, that's horseshit. But...
Well, did you put your money on it?
No. Yeah. So.
So here's, before we do this, like, because who cares? Well, nobody cares about this, but we need to make people care about our stupid bets. Mm-hmm. So we need some stakes. We talked about that last time. How good I am keeping record of this. Right. Here's our. I don't even know. I could do the math on this, but I don't know. Here's our. You know what? It's not even decided. Our last bet of this week is Atlanta. I have Atlanta plus 5.5 against Buffalo, and you have Buffalo minus 5.5 against Atlanta.
Oh,
stakes are high. You also had Dallas beating Carolina, and San Diego beating Miami by 6 at least, and I lost another one there. I also lost the Philly one. Yeah. Okay, so we're not doing so hot again, as we mentioned. You want to go against,
but someone's got to win this one. Someone's got to get it on this one.
But we need to come up with a punishment. Okay. I think Billy, our YouTube friend, well, real life friend for you. It's not. Yeah. He's a real person. He's an IRL friend.
He's a real boy.
He said no video games for a week, which is it's a good one, but you can't really police that. And I would never. I couldn't.
I would never agree to such blasphemy.
We'll consider it. What would you say? I mean, what's your temperature on doing like a hot food or a spicy kind of punishment?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Like a one chip challenge or one of those like crazy ones? Or a wing, like a DeBomb wing, you know?
Yeah, maybe like a wing.
All right. So let's table that. At least like I want it to be something worth something. So because those are gnarly. I've done it before. It's not pleasant.
It's got to be in person.
Okay, and the winner chooses the sauce.
Right, and then they also, because we have to be eating wings.
Yes. Together,
and the one person gets whatever
like
wings.
Yes, like
24
wings or something, and then
right. So maybe
I don't even care. It could just be one. It could just be one wing that dabs, or you have to put the extra hot.
I was going to say what we could do is like meet up somewhere, go out, get wings, and the loser has to buy both wings. The winner gets whatever wings he feels like eating. The loser has to buy the extremely hot wings, and then we just let it pan out from there.
I think we have to bring them back though, because we have to have
to record, do it on record.
Well, also because if you go to like Buffalo Wild Wings, do they have like, I don't know, like the crazy hot stuff? They
have like their weird, very hot one.
Okay. All right.
That's true, because we could bring them back and record an episode while the one person is sweating bullets.
Yes. I mean, it would have
really,
to be
really bad
towards
time.
the end of the, or maybe not. Maybe we just do it right in the middle, because it is.
No, that's. Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Okay.
No, because what they'll have to do is, you know what they have to do? We have to have them.
We have to have a segment planned of some kind, like a
exactly, and they have to like answer trivia questions or something. Yeah, they have to like
and then
answer questions.
If they don't get it
while
right, then
eating.
they have to do another bite or another hotter hot sauce, maybe a few tiers of hot sauces. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. I think we found it.
Yeah, it's a living document right now.
All right, so we're there. We got time to narrow it down, but I kind of like that. You know. Okay. So again, these are bets for y'all to bet against. If you bet against us, historically, you will make money. Okay.
I mean,
just do it. I'm telling you, put your money out there. If you're willing to do it, now's the time. Strike the iron while it's hot. It's never been hotter.
So we're looking at NFL Week 7.
Week 7. All right. So who's picks the so we each pick we're each gonna pick 3 bets, and then the third one we go against each other straight up. And I don't remember if this is the week that you pick the third one and I have to go, or I have to pick one of your bets. Isn't that how we do it? Somebody picks 3 and then okay. I don't remember, honestly. So I don't care. You go ahead, and I'll choose. I'll choose
start.
One of yours to go against.
Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna start with Jesus Christ. Give me the Indianapolis Colts plus 1.5 at the LA Chargers.
Okay. Indy over Chargers. So the Chargers are favored, huh?
Yeah.
That's tough considering they don't really have an offensive line anymore. All right, now we're talking inside baseball here. Jeepers. This is kind of a big spread. I don't know what the injury situation is. Actually, you know what? Give me the Atlanta Falcons plus 3 over the 49ers.
Ooh.
I don't know if the 49ers are good enough to beat anybody, let alone have a thing. That's the favorites.
You know what? A lot of interesting ones.
Dude, how about your Raiders plus 11.5 against the Chiefs? That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
What else? You've got the Bears, Commanders, with the Commanders 5.5 point favorites. Steelers 5.5 point favorites over the Bengals.
Dude, Lions are 4.5 favorites over the Bucks. That's wild.
At home against the Bucks.
I'm gonna say. You know what? You gotta, right? You gotta. What you gotta. Let's go Raiders plus 11.
I mean, Las Vegas. I said Oakland.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go Raiders plus 11.5.
That's just a lot of points to win by.
It's just such a lot. It's so many points.
I'm gonna go with the year's MVP so far, Baker Mayfield plus 4.5 against the Lions in Detroit.
That's a good bet.
I just, it's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be a shootout. And that means it won't be. So bet against me. I guess we've learned. Boy, we've got the Broncos, Giants. Broncos 7.
I'm going to say
favorites.
New England Patriots -7 at
Where's that?
the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
New England -7 is kind of a jerk face move right there.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
'Cause, really make them win by 8. They probably will. So I have to go against one of yours.
Yes.
I'll do it. Sorry, Raiders fans.
Oakland?
I'm gonna take
Raiders.
KC 11.5 point favorites. I mean, it's a lot of points, but could it happen? It could happen. It could definitely.
Listen, they just beat Detroit. What, they beat Detroit by like 17 last night.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. All right. So this thing's moving on. I'll get the stats next week to make sure we're ready to go.
Sure you
Begin
will,
a
Matt.
calculation.
Sure you will.
Let's start to explore some hot sauces. Start making maybe a top 5 of a few, or how we want to do it. At least we've got it down. Like, can you drink waters, milks, anything like that? Just we'll start thinking about it, and that'll be the end of it. Enjoy your week, everybody. Have a good day, isn't it? Did anybody say that? Did you hear a lot of "isn't it"? Was that part
A
of
little bit in it.
any other words?
Voice
that were
inflection.
like-
Just voice inflection threw me off so much. Yeah. You good?
You good? You good?
You good?
You
Yeah,
good?
I'm like,
good?
yeah, I'm good. Why? Do you know something? Am I not good?
Are you good? Am I good?
Am I good? I don't know.
All right. Have a good.
Have a good.
Hey, we good. I'm Jeff.